afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. It is Thursday, I believe, or the 9th of April. So yesterday was a glorious day, nice and warm. Today is flipping freezing and windy. There's a bit of sun poking through, but anyway, as you can probably tell, we're in the greenhouse. So I'm just gonna quick pan round. So my garlic are coming nicely, and some autumn onions, and obviously lettuce. So there's the garlic, blah blah blah. Right, and I got put a few leek seed in there, and I've put some lettuce seed just here on the edge to see. It's seed that I collected, so I'm just going to see if it's going to come up. Hopefully it will. Right, plan for the day then. I bought some plants: tomatoes, chili, cucumber, sweet pepper. So the other day I was in Aldi's, so I bought a basil plant, you know, the ones you get in a pot that you can put on your windowsill, and I've done it before and it seems to work. I just split it up and separate the plant out. I could separate it out even more, but this will plenty. So there's one there, one there, one there, and one there. So I'm taking a chance, because obviously don't want to get this cold weather. Hopefully it'll come. And so I've taken a chance to buy in some tomato plants and some cucumber plants, and hopefully it won't get too cold that they die. Well, so we'll see. As I say, the plan for the day then is to plant out all those. So I'm going to put see if I can, chili in that corner, chili plant in that corner, and then opposite each one of these points here will be a tomato plant, and then at this end will be cucumber and cucumber, 2 cucumber plants, and again tomatoes. I've got Moneymaker. I think I've got 2 of those. What's the other one? Alicante. I've got 1 of those, and I've got a plum tomato. Not the variety wasn't marked on the label from the garden centre, so I've either got 2 or 3 Moneymakers. Oh no, so the other one is what's this one here? What's this one? Super sweet. Don't know if you can see that. Cherry tomatoes. So, and I've got red chili pepper, habanero, green, and what else have I got? Oh, I can't remember now. So for the sweet pepper, the plan is I've got a container which I'm going to place there, and I'm going to place the pot in the container, and then the roots will go down into the water and feed mix. So that's a little bit of an experiment this year. Works for things like lettuce, so there's no reason why it shouldn't work for pepper. But anyway, as I say, time will tell. Right, just get set up and then we'll start planting. Bye for now. This year I'm going to put my chilies up this end, because I had the cucumbers up here last time, and the chilies down the other end didn't seem to thrive for whatever reason. Whether it was too cold because nearer the door, I don't know. Anyway, so we're going to give this a go this year. Move them out the way. So alright, I'm going to be careful now, because obviously I've got to harvest this garlic before these will be. So I need to make sure that I don't get too close to the garlic. So this should just about here, should be right, just about right. And it'll be next to the my oyas, Right, oil watering pot system. This crusty stuff is basically alpaca manure that I mixed with water. And there's the root. You can see the roots of the garlic there. Right. How deep is that? Perhaps put it a little bit back. Let's have a look. Yeah, it should be alright. Right, this variety is called chili pepper F1 Fresno, classed as a spicy but not overwhelming. This variety produces a generous crop of hot peppers, perfect for salsas and cooking. Planting time March to June. Yeah, well, yeah. Right. So let's just check. Just a little bit more. There we are. That should do it. For the time being, I'm going to leave it a little bit of a well. What's that? I don't know what that is. Excuse me. I'm going to leave that bit of a well so that until it's established, they can water it. Right, for the label there, of course. I can get it in, that is. There we are, so I know exactly what I'm doing. Right, now here, let's just check. So my son's just joining me, so if you hear a noise, that's the door opening. So, yeah, so at this point, which is opposite this upright there, that's where tomato's going to go, just here, I believe. Yeah, that should do it. Right, so as I'm talking to you, I'm going to give my son a tutorial. Here's one. Right, so start with that one. Right, so all I'm going to do is loosen the soil, yeah? Mm-hmm. Now then. Is that deep enough? Just a Moneymaker. So I bought Moneymaker and Alicante because I want to check out the flavours of them, because I was not that impressed with. I'm sure it was Moneymaker last year. Press it, put a bit back. Yeah. How deep is that? That's a little bit. No, I'll tell you what. Actually, they do say to plant them a little bit deeper, so it sends up roots off the stem. Right, so I'll do that. So what I'm going to do, I don't know if you can see, I've got some side shoots here. So side shoots and leaves, I'm just going to pick those off. Now then, I might just do that. You pass me the knife, that's up there. There we are. So I'm just going to trim that one off as well. Right, so in theory, roots will. Shoot, I don't want to get material in these pots. Right, there we are. Actually, I need to go a little bit deeper. There we are. I'll try that. Right. Well, before I do that, just might realise. Now then, rather than putting a stake in here, or bit of bamboo to support the plant. I'm going to use string. Now this string is like a nylon material. It's not like the garden twine that you buy, which will rot. So you don't want to be using that. Get some of this. Right, so I'm just going to maybe two here. So place the string in the bottom there. Pin that down. So there we go. That's pinned at the bottom. Where's the plant gone? Where's the plant?
What's that?
No, hang on. Wait a minute. No, I want this at the front edge. That's what I want. Because obviously I want this to grow up to the maximum height. Bit fiddly. Right, there we are. Put some soil in around there. There we go, that'll do for now. Now, as I'm going, I can just pinch out these little side shoots just to save me a little bit of a job later. Right, so that's one. And then all I'll do now is put the string up, tie it up here. See, put the string up here, tie it up here somewhere, up around there, and then just weave the tomato plant around as it grows. Okay, so that's the string in. So what I've done, I've put the string through twice, formed a loop, put that in, and then that way you can, and then another half inch, and then when you undo that, but then pull that, it comes undone easily. So just set this up for the next one, which will go there. But unfortunately, and I'm not sure why I did it, I thought I left when I planted stuff, it kept the space free, but there's a lettuce that needs using up to free up that space. So right now, so going back in this corner to do the other chili. Right, so it's just much of the same for everything. I'll show you the end result. Bye for now. Okay, so I'm just finished off now. I've got a cucumber in there, which is called Passandra, and this is Alicante tomato. What's that one? Moneymaker. What do you call it? F1 Fresno. I can't see it from this distance. That's a sweet pepper, which I'm going to sort out shortly. Jalapeno chili. What's that one? Super sweet cherry tomatoes. That is an unidentifiable plum. You just had plum tomato on the label in the garden centre. There's probably another money maker there, and another Passandra cucumber there. Whew. So in here I got some leeks coming up, some basil. Now in the next few days I'll be taking out this lettuce to eat, so I can put the last probably a money maker, I think it is, tomato plant in there. And then I've put these sort of bits of drainage pipe in between the plants. They're quite close there, so one will be sufficient for the two plants. So that will be for the feed when I mix up some feed. These oars will be just for plain water, because if you put any sort of feed in them, it'll block up the pores of the pots, and then it won't work as a watering storage. So right, so I'll say one tomato go in there, and then plus one of these bit of pipe in there, and there's an onion in the way there, so I might just pull that at some point. Might even do it today actually, and then I can get that bit of pipe in, and that's one less job to do. And then everything else is strung up. As I say, once the roots get around the bottom of around the string, that'll hold it in place. So I bought these little fancy little clips. They sort of I don't know what you call them. I think I got them on Amazon. You push them in, turn them through 90 degrees, and they lock inside this channel, and a nice little key ring there to hang a bit of string on. Because these, I found it they pull out with a bit of weight on. They're not man enough for the job. Could use these sort of things if I could get hold of them. I might at some point see if I can make these up, make some of these up, because they'd be handy for if I put them down here, for putting shelves on or something. In fact, that might be an idea. I just realised, because the sun comes across from my left now, or your left as well, across to the right. So anything on this side is not going to really impede the sun. So I could put something, make a shelf there, put something up there, growing wise, make use of the space. If you've any ideas what I could grow up there, all ideas welcome. And I've just spotted a snail. Sorry, but he's got to go. I need to check around. Any more snails up yet? Hiding away. Yes. Anyway, I'll have a think about it. So everybody, that's all for now. I'll do a little catch up a bit later on, I think. Otherwise this film's going to go on forever in a day. Right. See you in the next one. As always, please subscribe, ring the bell. It's all free. No coffees. No memberships. All that nonsense. No, it's all free. And of course, as always, any comments or questions, feel free to ask. If I can answer them, I will. Alright everybody, bye for now.